Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler, welcoming you back to our continuing coverage of the World Series of Bowling while we are away. Tough times for Mike Devaney, Randy.
First open came in the third frame. Back over on the right lane again after throwing a strike, goes right through the face, leaving a very unusual 3-4-7. Gutsy move trying to go for it, but you know what? He had no other option when his opponent started with the front 5 strikes in a row, which is exactly what Bill O'Neill has done.
So O'Neill up 60, perfect through 5. Here he is to close out the 6th. O'Neill had the 7th highest average on tour last season, just a shade over 219.
Randy. Okay. Let me show you why Bill O'Neill's having so much success. There's 3 keys to getting your ball to be delivered into the 1-3 properly. First, get it through the front part of the lane consistently, get it to read the break point, and have it enter the pocket at the right angle. Bill O'Neill is doing that perfectly today.
Run at perfection ends with the 10-pin standing strong in the 7th. Wife Christy still applauding Hubby's effort. O'Neill firmly in control, up 69 here. Here's his final touches on his effort in the 7th. So he remains clean. O'Neill in good shape. Mike Devaney steps up, and Mike Devaney with some issues over on lane 32 this week. He was telling us, obviously having some issues right here as well, but fell not once but twice over on lane 32. Had some issues with his footing. The surface went from slippery to tacky. And here he is trying to string 2 together in the 7th. There you go, Mike. Hard day for Mike here at the lanes, but you know where it's a good day for him usually?
Where's that?
The horse track.
I was kind of bred into going to the racetrack all the time. I grew up going to Del Mar. My dad took me to Del Mar when I was a kid, you know, and back then they had what was the 49er, which is the pick 6, you know, races 4 through 9. And he always wanted to hit, he always thought he was going to hit the 49er. He never hit it. Played it 3 times a week, you know, from the time I was old enough to walk. And he always took me with him to the racetrack. Some people only are interested in the betting aspect of it, but there's other people who are interested in you know, in the beauty of the horse and you know, their actual athletic ability. It's an amazing animal that you know, gives it its all. I've been to probably 80% of the thoroughbred racetracks in the United States. So you know, you know, with our traveling and being around all over the place, it's more or less, you know, kind of like something I'm interested in. That's, you know, like I said, is away from bowling that I really enjoy, you know, learning more about.
Here's a look at Mike's arsenal. Prodigy with the highest hook rating. Looking for 3 in a row here in the 8th. Will not find it.
And I think that's a common theme when you look at the equipment. The players start with the strongest of the equipment that they bring out, because as the lanes start to break down, as the oil starts to dry up, they can always go to less aggressive bowling.
Mike cleans that one up, and just want to send congratulations on to Mike and his wife Carrie. They welcomed a brand new daughter into the family, Everly Jean, a couple months ago. She's here in attendance. Beautiful little girl. Always like to see that. Saw last week Richie Allen and his wife expecting a little girl in March.
Congrats to both of those families. Bill O'Neill now up in the 8th frame.
Strike number 7 for O'Neill.
It's making him look easy.
And we send it into the stands. Kimberly with Bill's wife, Christy.
Last year, Bill O'Neill had a huge season. As we mentioned, he won his first ever PBA Tour title, but then he went on to win his first ever major championship. Now, I'm with Christy, his wife. Now, you're also a bowler, so what's it like for you to sit on this side when he's out there?
It's very exciting, but it's a lot harder to sit back here as you have no control as what's going on out there, but very exciting.
Well, you guys had an exciting year this year as well because you just got married in May. How's married life?
Everything's great. We had a perfect day. The honeymoon was great, and now we're looking forward to great things this year.
Plenty to cheer about with O'Neill's outing here today. So far, just that 10-pin in the 7th frame, the only thing separating him from a perfect game thus far. So we'll take another look at his lovely and talented wife, Christy. O'Neill and the rest of that Rat Pack renting a place out here in Las Vegas for the World Series of Bowling. They like to do that when they get down to LA too, if I'm not mistaken. Devaney with a strike there in the 9th.
Well, this match is over, but Mike Devaney will take this experience, build on it, and continue his profitable ways. You look at Bill O'Neill, who's just making a mockery of a fairly competitive oil pattern in Viper. This isn't the easiest oil pattern you'll ever bowl on.
It's been a combination of things thus far. His two competitors have coughed up some serious errors, but O'Neill has been lights out as well. So O'Neill, one of his goals this season, finally win that Player of the Year that he was just barely denied last season. He's in good shape right now as the number 4 seed moves on to take on Tommy Jones. The World Series of Bowling on ESPN is brought to you by Barbazol. Start your day with Barbazol Shaving Cream, America's leader for a close, comfortable shave. Golden Corral, help yourself to happiness. Budweiser, great times are waiting, grab some buds. And by Lumber Liquidators, hardwood flooring for less.
This year's World Series of Bowling has attracted PBA members from all across the planet. But the player to attract the most attention during qualifying wasn't a PBA Tour pro. He's an engineer by the name of Scott.
What could be better than this, huh? Look at this. I'm in with all the pros right here.
Scott Salem has seen and done a lot throughout his nearly 25-year career with the Howard Stern Show.
I'm the audio engineer for the Howard Stern Show, meaning I'm responsible for everything that you hear.
Did your arms start to hurt after all those games?
I was sore, yeah. My whole body was sore.
Here in Vegas, the lifelong bowler took some time away from his day job and relished the chance to roll with the pros.
Everybody on the show is very supportive. I think they're hoping I do very well. Although, in the back of their minds, if I do badly, it works better for them, because especially for Howard, because he'll just rip me apart.
What happened when the ball was caught on your thumb and the ball almost hit through the ceiling?
Oh, my God.
I saw that on Howard TV.
That was actually a good thing, because it happened in practice a few times where the ball actually just stayed on my hand.
Right.
And it almost rips your thumb. I started when I was a kid, when I was, 7, 8 years old. Been bowling my whole life. In the 60s and the 70s, when it was on TV, I followed it religiously. I had to be home on Saturday afternoons, and watch the tour, and I followed it all through the years.
He's always played in leagues, but to prepare for this event, Scott went to the pros for help, including the legendary John Petraglia. With Howard TV here to document his progress, Scott's followers showed their support. But when it comes to the sport of bowling and all of its professional players, there's no bigger fan than Scott himself.
The response of everybody else around has been, see, there's big fans behind me, so the response has been phenomenal. I mean, from support from Brunswick and from pros that are willing to train me and just step up and just help me in every way. I can't thank everybody enough.
Throw a ball like that, you could go on tour someday.
Yeah. I guaranteed to Howard that I beat one person. I beat one pro. Success to me is finishing in the top 200.
I actually did pretty good. I did better than I thought. I beat 40 in the World Series, so I am so pleased and happy, and it was an experience that I will remember forever.
Well, congratulations, Scott, finishing 217 overall. Not bad for a guy who's not a pro.
Not a pro, second oldest there. This is a chance of a lifetime, and it was that. It was terrific. Yeah, baby.
Look forward to seeing Scott out there in the future. Maybe we'll get Howard out there at the U.S. Open in New Jersey. There's an idea. The holiday season is here, and the store at PBA.com is a great place to shop for the bowler on your gift list. The all-new line of PBA apparel includes logo T-shirts, hoodies, polos, hats, and more. Check out the new styles for the season. Place your order now by clicking on the shop link over at PBA.com. There's a look at number 2 seed and 2-time major champion Tommy Jones. He rolls next when ESPN's coverage of the 2010 World Series of Bowling returns to Las Vegas.